Hey guys, check this out. I wanted to talk about Binance today, as Binance, I think, is paving the way for crypto adoption. Looking at this article here, Binance to aid the Philippines in crypto regulations. Now, the reason why this is so important is you have other countries like the United States who don't want any, guidance when it comes to crypto regulations. They want to try and make the decisions themselves, and at least that's what it seems. And Binance is really stepping in, and the Philippines are accepting Binance to really provide a framework for crypto regulation. This is huge. This is a big deal, because I really think that Binance has that bridge to allow people to get into crypto. It's being exchanged naturally, but I definitely think that, as being the world's largest exchange, this is pretty much showing that Binance is in expansion mode and is all for crypto adoption, and it's coming. So looking at this article, the world's largest crypto exchange, Binance, has been on an expansion spree all year. The firm has veered into an array of countries legally. The founder of the exchange has been traveling, meeting with several governments. While most of them were successful, Binance's entry into the Philippines was rather challenging. However, now the platform seems to have managed to garner support of the government. So this is just big news in a bear market, mind you. In a bear market, they are continuing to form partnerships, and partnerships that were I think people were following the other leading nations like United States and China, kind of like following their guidance, but they're starting to see that they have an opportunity to get ahead of the curve when it comes to being competitive on a global scale. And when we talk about fintech, we talk about just being able to transact limitless, faster, cheaper. They have an opportunity, and they're taking advantage of it. They're taking advantage of it, and they're seeing that. And I think this is a result right here. So during this hearing, the entities discuss an array of things, including guidelines and policies governing crypto and fintech. So their big thing is consumer protection, which was a top priority, which naturally so. We talk about all the hacks, we talk about all the scams out there, and the fact that the Philippines are having these conversations and building these relationships, it's going to get to a point where countries are either going to be at this adapt or die situation, because you have countries that are looking to how can we control it? And then you have countries that are looking, okay, how can we adopt this technology and apply this tech to really set us apart and set us further on a global scale? So this is huge. So big props to Binance. Even looking at this other article here, Binance and MasterCard launched a prepaid card in Argentina to bridge cryptocurrencies in everyday purchases. Binance is doing big things, guys. Big things. So this is happening with or without you. This is happening. So diving in briefly into this article, Binance cardholders will be able to manage their cards through their card dashboard on the Binance app and website. Users will also be able to view their transaction history, access customer support via the card dashboard. And what they're saying is our work with digital currency builds on a strong foundation. This is actually the executive vice president of products and innovation with MasterCard Latin America and Caribbean. He's saying that our digital work with digital currencies builds on our strong foundation to enable choice and peace of mind when people shop and pay. Now, this goes hand in hand with what Binance was talking to the Philippines about. They were really worried about consumer protection. Same thing here. MasterCard is leading payments industry in enabling entry to this exciting world. Can you imagine what's going to happen with adoption when MasterCard, really rolls this out and allows people, crypto payments? Do you understand how big MasterCard is? Like, the fact that people even think that crypto's not going anywhere at this point is beyond me. Like, how can you even think that? And I really think that it's one of those situations, almost like a Mark Cuban situation, where we're going to talk it down, and we're going to secretly buy to kind of keep the prices as low as possible. And the sheep are going to follow what these shepherds are saying. The sheep are just going to follow. Yeah. Oh, they say it's bad, I'm not going to touch it. Meanwhile, and then, a Mark Cuban situation, 2-3 years later, oh yeah, I have Ethereum. Like, that's exactly what's going to happen. big companies are partnering here. Now, this isn't like big news. You're not going to see this on like TV or anything like that. But if you do a little bit of research, you'll see that these big companies are gearing up for this technology, and you have an opportunity to do the same thing and pretty much align yourself up to take advantage of getting in things early. So, and that's why I get super passionate about it, because it's really one of those things that if you just pay attention and do your own research and think for yourself, like, do you really think Warren Buffett has your best interests in mind? Like really? Like, Mark, like, you really think that like they're thinking about you? Like, they have a team of people, and I bet you, maybe not Warren Buffett on that. Maybe I bet you like people on his team got crypto. I would bet anything. And it's pretty much, yeah, keep talking it down, Warren. Keep talking it down. Meanwhile, he has an arm in his investment firm investing in Bitcoin. Oh, well, I personally didn't invest. Like, come on. Mark Cuban did the same thing. He said he'd take bananas over Bitcoin, and then 2 years later, oh yeah, I have some Bitcoin, I have some Ethereum. Like, come on, man. He's saying the same thing about the metaverse now, telling people, yeah, buying land in the metaverse is the dumbest thing ever. In 5 years, oh yeah, I'm in the metaverse. Like, come on. Like, you just got to think for yourself. MasterCard's aligning with the largest crypto exchange in the world. Okay, so when we think about that, and we think about not only MasterCard, we got big companies, even outside of finance, aligning with crypto. JP Morgan in the banking industry. We got professional sports teams aligning with crypto. So it's happening. And so do your own research and make an educated decision for yourself. If it's not for you, it's not for you. But at least for us here, we're going to be taking advantage of that upside. Looking at the markets real quick. Bitcoin here sitting at 21.4, same thing in this range. Nothing's really changed. It's respecting the counter trend line still. I want to see a break to the bottom. I want to see a break past this counter trend line. That's what I'm waiting for. That's what I'm calling. I'm not going to on the fence. I'm not going to say, oh, it's a 60% chance, we continue lower. No, I think we're going lower. I'm making that call. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I've been right more than I'm wrong. So we'll see what happens. But guys, hope you guys got some value out of this video. Real quick, wanted to dive into one more thing. So the CEO of MasterCard said this about them working with Binance. And when you realize how big this is, I'm jumping back to, MasterCard. We realize how big this is. This will let people spend more crypto at more than 90 million stores. Binance to let people spend crypto at more than 90 million stores, partnering with MasterCard. So he's saying we can unlock the full potential of blockchain technology when we make it easier to access and easier to use. One way we do this is by bringing crypto to everyday purchases. To make that a reality, we're working with Binance to let people use their crypto to make purchases at 90 million stores that accept MasterCard. Launching this work in Argentina and plans to expand from there. What could the blockchain industry look like in 5 years? We're seeing hints of that. It's happening, guys. It's happening. So take heed. The reason why you start in Argentina, you start in a country that's not as large and scalable as, starting in the United States. You start there, get the kinks out, see what works, see what doesn't work, and then you roll it out. It's happening. Like, big companies are happening. 90 million stores, it's happening. So hope you got some value out of this video, guys. Keep moving forward in everything that you do, and we'll see you soon.